All right. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for tuning in today. One of my favorite types of videos is the unboxing. So I guess without further ado, or maybe with a little, there we are. We have a box. We'll go ahead and see what's inside of it. Pretty standard, square shape. Some labels on the back, oyster. Maybe a bit of a hint there if you didn't already read the title of this video and are leaving it up to mystery somehow. You've got your Rolex crown on top, kind of 3D printed or whatever on there. It's got some depth to it. Looks pretty clean, that off-white, creamy kind of color that just exudes luxury. But yeah, it's a box. Let's go ahead and open it up here. Show you guys what's inside, because I know you're dying to find out. So much suspense in these unboxing videos. But yeah, so if I can just carefully slide the lid off. And you've got your little paper sort of covering, I guess, in there, padding. I'm just gonna struggle to get these out so that I don't damage the box. As we know, having a full kit is pretty important to most people. Keeping everything looking pristine, and there we have it. The green Rolex box. I think they all come like this, I'm not sure, at least the ones I have do. Yeah, it's a solid, feels premium. It's got that ribbed sort of design. I don't know if it symbolizes water or whatever. Rolex Genève Swiss, one of my dog hairs. Yeah, that's kind of how they come. And let's go ahead and open it up. Ooh, and there it is, the Rolex Milgauss, reference number 116400GV. The GV stands for Glace Verte. Forgive my pronunciation, but it's French for green glass, which is hinting towards the old sapphire crystal on there. So I got my extra link here. Show you kind of what's in the box. The hanger tag, ever so coveted in the Rolex community. I think there's a lot of history to those. I don't know when they started, but they all come with them now. Kind of cool. And yeah, you got your secret compartment back here where they house the manual booklets, this premium green, almost like leather wallet with your card there. Really cool card. They just tap it on an app and it registers the watch in your name and starts the warranty clock, etc. And of course, this nice glossy green finished booklet is the instruction manual, which instructs you on how to wear and use your watch, I guess. I don't actually read through these, even though I probably should. Generally know how I use watches. I mean, we have YouTube for that, right, guys? So yeah, lots of pictures and explanations, your lightning bolt secondhand, probably a bit of history in there. I'm not exactly sure, haven't read it. But yeah, if you like those little details, that's where they hide it. Let's go ahead and pull this puppy out. Okay, there it is. This one's got the Z Blue dial. I believe that came out in 2014, and it was discontinued at the end of last year. Or I guess this year, Watches and Wonders, so in the spring of 23. That's it. No more of these at retail from your AD, if you could even get one anyway. Pretty cool dial, unique secondhand. Shape of the case is a bit, I don't know if it's like dated maybe. It's almost like slab side, kind of reminds me of some Tudors maybe. The clasp, just like the Datejust, exact same. No fold over lock, just pop it open and away you go. Let's stick that in there. And yeah, it's a nice looking watch. Has the polished bezel. And that lightning bolt secondhand, very unique. It's one of the only kind of oddball things I think in the lineup for the last few years. Those kind of slab sides. Got your Rolex crown. You know, great for winding and setting the time, of course. But yeah, bit of a thicker watch, I find. Yeah, not too much mystery going on. The clasp is really straightforward. It just kind of clicks shut. Of course, Rolex, they're always awesome clasps. I've never run into one I don't like yet, but there's a lot of models out there I've never even seen. Oh yeah, that nice satisfying click. You just pull it open like that. Yeah, never had one come open when I didn't want it to, so however they design it's pretty smart. That green sapphire crystal, glacé verte. There's my sub, you can see with a ceramic bezel, obviously rotating, dive watch versus a scientist watch. One's 41 millimeter on the left and 40 for the Milgauss. I find they wear pretty different though. Something about the thickness on that Milgauss, there's that fold over lock. I'll give you a bit of a comparison here. From the side, even though it's not massively different in measurements, it does look quite a bit thicker than the sub. Yeah, I mean, it's a chunky boy on the side there. You see the sub has definitely got a leaner profile. You know, different lug width as well. Milgauss, I think 49 millimeters, so fairly big, which is odd. You think scientists would want something small and out of the way, but I guess that steel plate they use inside to protect it from the Milgausses does add some thickness. Most watches have things like silicone hairsprings and whatnot nowadays, so you don't really need that, but maybe that's part of the reason this got discontinued. And yeah, those polished center links, they're definitely easy to scratch. If you're someone who really has a problem with scratches, I'd steer clear of anything polished, GMT, stuff like that, but they add character. See, from this angle here, it does kind of feel like it just sort of sits high on my wrist. I got 6.5, 7 inch somewhere in there. Wrist diameter, so can get away with 40 mils no problem, but it does seem to feel a little top heavy, might catch the cuffs of your shirts, things like that. So, you know, depending on the wearability you're used to or whatever, it's definitely something to be mindful of. Again, these Milgausses, I think they launched in like 1956 for those scientists. Milli obviously meaning 1,000. Gauss was how they measured electromagnetic fields. So it was good for 1,000 Gauss. So those 1950 scientists and their highly electromagnetic fields could wear these and keep precision time, which is what Rolex is all about. I'm not a scientist, but yeah, interesting watch. Not something I was going to turn down the opportunity when it was offered to me, but not my favorite watch, but yeah, still pretty cool. You know, check one out if you get the chance. And that's about it. Thank you everybody for watching. Really appreciate it. I am far from professional, but I make these because I love watches. So hopefully see you real soon.